Let's start today's current affairs. PM Modi condoles cyclone Chido devastation in Mayotte, offers relief assistance. There's a French overseas island near Madagascar. The name of the small island was Mayotte. This Mayotte island was devastated by a cyclone called Chido. Prime Minister Modi yesterday said he was deeply saddened by the devastation caused by cyclone Chido in the French overseas island territory of Mayotte near Madagascar. As of yesterday, that is December 17th, a total number of 1,74,000 people were estimated to be impacted with this cyclone, with 34 people dead and 319 people injured. India also offered help to come out of this after effects of disaster. One third of the Mayotte's population. Mayotte is a small archipelago or a small French overseas island near Madagascar. One third of this population is estimated to live in poverty and lack of safe housing. Cyclone Chido is the strongest cyclone to hit the archipelago over last 90 to 100 years. The generation have not seen such a cyclone. Even there is a shortage of food, shortage of basic necessities in the island right now. Long back, I do remember few years back, Madagascar Islands also met with the same, almost similar cyclone, and India opened Operation Vanilla to support Madagascar Islands through food, medicines and other basic necessities. Now, India is also offering support to the small French overseas island Mayotte by extending its assistance and help with respect to food and other things. Our Prime Minister Modi ji have expressed deep concern over the cyclone because a very small area where people live in, almost 50% of the people live in poverty. That was the story. Next important news, Indian Prime Minister Modi is traveling to Kuwait this weekend. Is the first visit of Indian Prime Minister since 1981 to Kuwait. And in the last 43 years, no Prime Minister visited. The last visit of Indian Prime Minister to Kuwait was in 1981, Indira Gandhi. The last Prime Minister to visit Kuwait was Indira Gandhi in 1981. The last head of the state or government to visit Kuwait was our Vice President Hamid Ansari at that time in 2009. Particularly business, energy security, trade, economic collaboration, infrastructure, technology and renewable energy areas are the priority areas for discussion between India and Kuwait. And more importantly, India and Kuwait are the historically top trading partners, and our trade touched almost $10 billion. Our trade touched almost $10 billion in 2023-2024. So, Kuwait is also an important source of oil for India. So, India-Kuwait relations are now trending, and Modi ji is going, our Prime Minister is going to Kuwait this weekend. Our Prime Minister Modi is going to Kuwait this weekend. Next important current affairs, salt typhoon. It is not related to any disaster, but the word salt typhoon is in news. This is a China-linked cyber attack shaking American telecommunications. Salt typhoon is a China-linked cyber attack. It has been described as the most significant telecom hack in the history of America. A cyber attack linked with Chinese government has disrupted the American telecommunications network. It has disrupted the American telecommunications network. Salt typhoon exploited the technical vulnerabilities in cyber security products, including firewalls designed to protect large organizations. So now salt typhoon is in news. And next important news that is coming up is Supreme Court issues landmark ruling to curb illegal constructions and violations with respect to construction rules. The Supreme Court of India said, unauthorized constructions cannot be legitimized or protected solely on the ground of passage of time or citing the inaction of the authorities, or by taking the recourse to the excuse that substantial money has been spent on the said construction. So, unauthorized constructions can never be regularized by saying that we have spent lot of money on that, or we have actually constructed it 20 years back. Till now, no authority have taken action. So, our construction should be made legal. Such excuses will not be allowed, Supreme Court said. This is an interesting news because in India, you have seen in most of the metropolitan cities, unauthorized constructions are very, very common. Coming to other important news, Russian lawmakers, Russian parliament approved the bill that may remove terrorist tag for Taliban. Most of the countries in the world consider Taliban as terrorists. But Russian parliament's lower house approved a bill that might in future end up the terrorist tag for Taliban government in Afghanistan. Taliban is terrorist group. So this is other news that is coming up. And Japan, India startups to study laser equipped satellites to tackle space debris. And one bad news, 11 Indians were killed in Georgia because of carbon monoxide poisoning. Carbon monoxide is considered as silent killer. In a tragic incident, some newspapers are writing 11 and some newspapers are writing 12. In a very bad incident, 11 Indians died in Georgia's popular resort, Gadauri Sky Resort, due to carbon monoxide poisoning. The Indian Diplomat Office, that is Indian mission in Georgia's capital Tbilisi, confirmed the deaths. The victims were discovered in a sleeping area in the resort, and carbon monoxide poisoning is a serious poison, and mostly it is considered as a silent killer. You all know carbon monoxide is produced by incomplete combustion of carbon content fuels, gas appliances, vehicles, heated systems. When inhaled, it is dangerous. So, for that reason, it is called silent killer. And the next interesting news, Moldova, a small country near Ukraine and Russia, it joined in International Solar Alliance. Moldova officially joined in International Solar Alliance. You all know that International Solar Alliance is led by India, and the headquarters of International Solar Alliance are at India. So, Moldova joining International Solar Alliance is a big news. And coming up to the other interesting news, today is International Migrants Day. December 18th every year, we observe it as International Migrants Day. The theme for International Migrants Day 2024 is honoring the contribution of migrants and respecting their rights. Honoring the contribution of migrants and respecting their rights. Next, today is also important day for India. December 18th is Minority Rights Day in India. Minority Rights Day is observed every year on December 18th to recognize the importance of safeguarding the rights of minority communities. Okay, the theme for 2024 Minority Rights Day is promoting diversity and protecting rights. Next, important and a bad news, famous environmental activist Tulsi Gowda passed away. She was a Padma Shri awardee also. Popular environmentalist and Padma Shri awardee Vriksha Mata. She is also called as Vriksha Mata. She is also known as Encyclopedia of Forests. And next news, which is also interesting, INS Nirdeshak. It is a state-of-art hydrographic survey vessel. INS Nirdeshak is a state-of-art hydrographic survey vessel. It is to be commissioned in Visakhapatnam Naval Dockyard. It will enhance India's reputation as a trustworthy partner in the Indian Ocean. It will contribute to the global maritime safety also with its cutting edge technologies. So, next important news is there is a report that was published by National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, America. According to that report, Arctic tundra, according to that report, Arctic tundra is emitting more carbon than it is absorbing. It's a report published by National Oceanic and Atmospheric Observation, it published Arctic Report Card, yearly report. Due to rising temperatures now, because of rising temperatures, Arctic tundra is emitting more carbon than it absorbs. And next important news, Russian general killed in Moscow explosion. In fact, Ukraine is now slowly attacking Russian officers in Russian land, particularly in Russian capital. This incident happened in Russian capital. This Russian general, senior Russian general, who got killed in Moscow blast, he was killed in a scooter bomb. A bomb was kept inside his scooter. He walked down and started scooter and died instantly. Lieutenant General Igor Kirillov, Lieutenant General Igor Kirillov, the chief of Russia's military, nuclear, biological and chemical protection forces, was killed by a bomb hidden in a scooter outside his apartment. Hidden in a scooter outside his apartment building in Moscow as he was leaving for office. He was accused by Ukraine of directing the use of banned chemical weapons. Directing the use of banned chemical weapons. And next news that is coming up today is government is thinking holding NEET UG exam in online mode. Last year you have seen there is an episode of NEET paper leakage. Now government is thinking to hold NEET UG exam through online mode. The union government is exploring the possibility of holding NEET UG exam for medical entrance in online mode rather than the present offline mode. Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan said his ministry will take a decision soon. The NEET UG is administered by the Union Health Ministry and is conducted by National Testing Agency. So this is the interesting news that is coming up. And also, panel led by former ISRO chief, Radhakrishnan. A panel led by former ISRO chief Radhakrishnan advises restructuring of National Testing Agency. And the other news that is coming up, 2 bills on simultaneous elections rocked the parliament yesterday. One nation, one election. The bills were sent to joint parliamentary committee yesterday. One nation, one election. 2 constitutional bills. They were sent to joint parliamentary committee yesterday. And the bills were introduced in the Lok Sabha by the Union Law Minister. And the Constitution 129th Amendment Bill was introduced in the House after a 90-minute debate, followed by a division of votes as opposition members insisted on it. While 263 members voted in favor. While 263 members voted in favor of the bill, 198 members opposed the bill. Say, 263 members voted in favor of the bill, 198 members opposed the bill. The Law Minister also introduced the Union Territories Amendment Bill, which seeks to align elections in the Union Territories of Puducherry, Delhi and Jammu and Kashmir with the Lok Sabha elections. Responding to the debate, Mr. Meghawal, the Law Minister, said the legislation did not tamper with the powers enjoyed by the states. There is a common criticism against one nation, one election. It affects federalism. But Law Minister is telling that we are not tampering with the rights of the states. He said that principles such as judicial review, federal character of the Constitution, separation of powers, secular character, supremacy of the Constitution did not change with these bills. They will be maintained. That means federal character of the state, judicial review principle, separation of powers, secular character, all these characters will not be tampered with. And the bill is sent to joint parliamentary committee of both the houses. Bill is sent to joint parliamentary committee of both the houses. The opposition parties, that is particularly the political parties belonging to India Alliance, the Congress Party, the Trinamool Congress, Samajwadi Party, DMK Party, they all have opposed the bill. And most importantly, if you observe, Shiv Sena, TDP, YSRCP, all these parties have supported the bill. All these parties have supported the bill. That is the news that is coming up. And next important news, Starlink devices found in Manipur. We all know that Starlink belongs to Elon Musk. So, to access remote areas through internet facilities. Starlink devices are being used by some insurgent anti-social groups. Some devices of Starlink are also found in Manipur. The same situation happened earlier in Sudan also. Okay, Starlink devices, they also found in Manipur. It's a very precarious situation where in Manipur, Starlink devices are being used. Let us conclude now. We'll go to our subject. See how many current affairs we have.